Hi everyone, it's time for a delicious pot of beef stew. Yes, indeedy, y'all. Let me show you. Well, I have a 3-pound chuck roast here that I'm cutting into cubes, about 1-inch cubes. I'm going to be seasoning them with some all-purpose seasoning and black pepper, about a couple of teaspoons each, and I'm massaging my seasoning into my cubes, kind of gently massaging it in as I go. And then I have a pot that I'm heating over medium heat, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm going to be browning my cubes in 3 batches until they're brown on both sides. About 5 minutes I'm cooking each batch. Flipping them over, making sure that they're brown, evenly brown on both sides. Not a problem if they're not though. Then once I'm done browning my beef, I'm adding 1.5 cups of yellow onions, large dices as you see here. And after letting my onions cook for about 3 minutes, I'm adding 4 cloves of diced garlic, letting that cook a minute before adding this luscious cup of red wine, y'all. And that's going to help pick up some of that flavor that's stuck at the bottom, as well as knock this pot up a notch. Now on top of that, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of tomato paste, swishing it enough, y'all, breaking it down a little bit anyways. And for my seasoning, that's 2 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of parsley, 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme, another whisk here, y'all. Now I'm adding back in my beef, juice and all. Nothing but flavor. Don't want to leave the juice. Plus 3 cups of beef broth, as well as a slurry I made with 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch and water. And I'm also going to drop in some bay leaves right on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And before I forget, y'all, yes, some Worcestershire sauce. About 3 tablespoons or more. Yummy. Now I'm going to cover my pot and let it simmer over medium heat, kind of medium-low heat, y'all, for about 1.5 hours. And then after that 1.5 hours, I'm checking the tenderness, and I'm fairly confident that this meat is tender just the way I want it. I can almost get a fork through it. Cut it with a fork. Yes, that's how I want it, which means, y'all, I am ready to add another layer of seasoning. And this time, just a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, and as much coarse black pepper as I like. Yes, indeedy. Now I'm adding 5 large carrots, y'all. You can see I like those in chunks, as well as 2 large russet potatoes that I cut into chunks as well. I'm also going to add about a half cup more of the beef broth, just enough to cover my vegetables and kind of get them submerged. And then I'm going to cover this pot and let it cook again over the same heat, about medium-low heat, for about 30 to 35 minutes until they are tender. And here they are tender, not breaking apart. And I say this pot is ready. Come on out. Bay leaf. We're going to sprinkle, kind of garnish the top with some more of the dried parsley flakes. And y'all, for real, this pot is ready. Look at that scoop. Yes, indeedy. Ooh, and look at the gravy that pot made, y'all. Wow, and that big wedge of cornbread. Now, this pot was so delicious, even looking at it, y'all, I couldn't even decide where to start. Okay, here goes. And I say that's a wrap, y'all. Once I got started, that's a done deal. Ooh, my goodness gracious. A good pot of stew, y'all. Thanks for watching. Till next time, y'all. Bye-bye.